I can't decide if I want to sit here or right here. Can we just talk about how I'm getting this lighting for 1 second? I literally have my TV set to YouTube as a white screen. This is what happens when I'm literally that lazy and I don't want to set lights up. Okay, I hope this is stable because it's also sitting on 2 pillows. So that's how lazy I am. This was very spur of the moment kind of filming a video right now. I'm looking quite rough today. I haven't showered in like 2 or 3 days, so that's what we're working with. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for this day's video. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for this week's video. What am I doing? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For this video, we are going to be doing my week 16 and 17 pregnancy update because last week I did my 14 and 15. This week I'm doing my 16 to 17, and then I will finally, after another video, be caught up because I am 21 weeks right now. We finally publicly announced my pregnancy today, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy. You guys are showing me so much love. My phone has been blowing up all day, and it seriously is so exciting to finally show you guys the video that I've been working on for so long. It literally took me over 2 weeks to get all of that video filmed and edited and everything. You guys probably thought that was all filmed the same day. Well, little insider, that was not. That was filmed 2 separate days, and they were filmed like 2 weeks apart. There was a lot of filming to do, and I'm so happy it finally all came together. So I'm super excited I finally got to share it with you guys, and I hope you guys are as excited as we are because we had our 20-week ultrasound today, and it just made us that much more excited. But that's so off topic. We are doing 16 to 17 week pregnancy update right now. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. As you can hear, I still have a freaking stuffy nose, runny nose. Like, it's stupid. I kind of was sick yesterday. Like, I had a really sore throat yesterday, but throughout the whole pregnancy, like I said in my last video, I have been so freaking stuffy, and it was the same way for my first pregnancy too. So I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know if like that's like actually a pregnancy thing or if that's just like a Jackie pregnancy thing, but I am still freaking stuffy. So my pregnancy symptoms for 16 weeks, the first thing I have written down is at 16 weeks and 2 days I felt movement in my stomach, and I wrote on the outside of my stomach, but I don't know why, because I don't ever remember being able to like put my hand on my stomach and like feel things. So I think I meant like maybe like I felt things like on my stomach and not just little flutters. So I started to feel movement though at 16 weeks and 2 days, and it was kind of on and off from there. It was like maybe once a day or once every other day, but I did start to feel movement. I definitely remember at 16 weeks I did feel something. My next symptom was super nauseous, and I remember again, it was kind of like I would eat and then get super nauseous, and I would never throw up or anything. If you guys, this is your first video, I have never thrown up before, like from pregnancy, not pregnancy, like anything. I've just never thrown up in my life, so I don't really know like what being nauseous feels like. But if I did, I was super nauseous because everything I ate just made me feel like super sick, and my stomach hurt, and it felt like it was like gonna come up. So yeah, that was also a really annoying pregnancy symptom for that week. The next thing also kind of goes along with that is heartburn. I just remember having really bad heartburn, and it wasn't like to the point of like acid reflux or anything, but it was just like that like heartburn pain. I don't know how to explain that any more than that. The next thing was out of breath, and that has kind of been a thing since literally probably conception day. I'm so out of breath, and that was the same with my first pregnancy too. I just remember like being super out of breath all the time. That was one of the things that made me like think I was pregnant, and it's probably going to continue the whole pregnancy. The next thing is my nipples were super sore, and I know it's probably like TMI, but you're watching a pregnancy update video, so like we're just gonna get close. I hadn't felt this any other week, and then all of a sudden like my nipples were just super sore, and like not necessarily like to the touch. I mean, they kind of were like to, I don't know why, I just had to like feel like what the heck, not necessarily like to the touch, but like I could just like feel them. They almost felt like they were like tingling a little bit. I don't know, it was kind of weird, but I just remember that my nipples were sore. And I also had my 16-week doctor's appointment that week, and I was at my old doctor. This kind of, I guess I should talk about this in my next video, but I switched doctors recently because I was driving an hour and a half back to Illinois. Again, if you literally have no idea what I'm talking about, this is your first video watching me, I moved from Illinois and now live in Wisconsin, and my doctor back in Illinois was an hour and a half away. So we were driving from here to my doctor's appointments an hour and a half away, and it just was getting to be too much. So I did switch, and my doctor is now here, and it's only like a 5-minute drive, so it's absolutely perfect. But I did go back home an hour and a half away for my 16-week doctor's appointment, and I got a ton of tests done and everything, and they all came back negative. They all came back negative, but they told me that everything was like positive because everything was good. So I don't really know. Everything was negative. There's nothing wrong. So all tests came back good. And the weird thing is I am not anemic. That is so, it just blows my mind. Is if you guys watched my last pregnancy, I was anemic. I swear I'm anemic this pregnancy, even though they told me I'm not. Like, I swear I have to be, because I still feel the same as I did my first pregnancy. I still get that really like lightheaded feeling. I start to get hot and I like sweat and I just don't feel good, and like I get dizzy, and it's just such a terrible feeling. And that's exactly how I felt last time when I was anemic, and they told me that my blood test came back and I was not anemic. So I'm really confused by that, but I guess it's a good thing I am not anemic this time. And my cravings for 16 weeks, I wrote down that I didn't want to eat anything because everything I ate made me feel nauseous, and I do remember feeling like that. It's so the opposite now, but at 16 weeks I do remember not wanting to really eat anything, because anytime I ate I just felt really nauseous, and I still did continue to eat, but I just like there was nothing that like sounded good to me, because it was like, oh, I just know if I eat I'm gonna feel sick. Moving on to 17 weeks, because that was real quick, and I'm trying to slam through these pregnancy update videos because I really want to get updated on them so I can show you guys belly shots, because that's why I want to keep myself going. What's that called? So I'm gonna be showing you pictures at the end for 16 to 17 weeks, because like I said, I'm not 16 to 17 weeks and I can't show you my belly. I mean, I could, but it's not 16 to 17 weeks. Moving on, my first symptom for 17 weeks, I wrote down I was so nauseous, like literally S-O-O-O-O-O nauseous. My next symptom was headaches, and I do remember getting headaches, and it was always like right here. I remember just getting like the worst like forehead headaches. It was horrible, the worst. I hated it, terrible. The next symptom, which is also going along with like the whole nauseous, not wanting to eat thing, is I didn't want to make any food, because if I saw myself making food, it seriously freaking grossed me out. Like, it was disgusting. Like, I remember we had tacos. I very specifically remember this, because every time I make tacos now, it like comes back to me. I was making tacos and I saw all the grease and everything, and it was so disgusting to me, and it smelled so bad, and I was like I actually had to like step away, because I was like thought I was gonna puke. It just was so gross. I don't even think I ate it, because it just grossed me out so bad. And that was with like everything I made. Like, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. Next symptom is heartburn, but like I said, I feel like that literally just always happens to me. Like, there's like 5 symptoms that I literally have from the beginning to the end, and I feel like heartburn is just one of those things. I always had that with Jackson too. It was always when I ate salty food. I remember that whenever I ate goldfish, I would get heartburn, and that did actually happen to me. I don't know if it was like this week or not, but I do remember that I ate goldfish and I got really bad heartburn, and I was like, dang it, like why is that happening again? That happened with Jackson, and that was like one of the things I loved to eat when I was pregnant with him, but it gave me the worst heartburn. My next symptom is, I looked over and then I forgot what it was. My next symptom is waking up a ton of times to pee during the night. And I remember that I was kind of doing this like in the weeks prior, but it was like enough so that I was like, holy crap, like I'm waking up a lot to pee. Like, I wrote down waking up like 4 times to pee at night, and I do remember like I actually did. I just remember it was like an absurd amount of peeing. The next symptom is my boobs hurt, and they got a lot bigger, and I do remember like actually noticing that. Like, I was getting in the shower and like we have a big mirror in front of our bathroom, and I was like, holy crap, like my boobs actually got bigger. And I was like so surprised, because that didn't happen with me with Jackson. They're the same size like the whole time. They only got a little tiny bit bigger when I was breastfeeding after he was born, but like they were like so big, and I was like, whoa, what the heck. Like, not enough to like up my bra size, but like I just noticed that they were bigger. Oh, and they hurt. I forgot to mention that. And they hurt. My next symptom was very emotional, and I do remember being very emotional that week. It's kind of also carried on until now, but I remember being very emotional and having lots of anxiety that week, and I think that also could have just been going on with like, or going along with what was going on that week, because me and Max have just had a lot going on. Sorry, I almost burped. We've just been having a lot going on, but we will film a whole nother video about that, because that's like a whole nother thing I'm not going to get into right now. But I was just having a lot of anxiety that week, and I was just very emotional and crying a lot. But who knows, that literally could have been just like what was going on in my environment. But I do remember that that was going on at 17 weeks. And then for my last symptom, it is, I wrote down didn't feel a lot of movement, and I do remember that week. I think that's also why I wrote down that I was having a lot of anxiety, because I didn't feel any movement that week. Like, it literally was like I felt nothing, and I started getting super nervous. And because my doctor was all the way in Illinois, an hour and a half away, I couldn't just call them and be like, hey, I don't feel any movement, like can I come like get checked out? And the fetal monitors that I was seeing online, they were like $60, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay $60 for something if it's like not really necessary, like if it's not an issue, like I don't need to buy a fetal monitor. Like it would probably just freak me out if like I didn't hear the heartbeat or something. But I do remember that week I felt like no movement, and it was a really hard week. So yeah, that probably is why I wrote I am having a lot of anxiety, because I do remember feeling like nothing, and it was really freaking me out. And that is it for my symptoms. Now for cravings, I wrote down crunchy, crispy things, and that's really annoying that I didn't write down like specific things. But I think I do remember that we had like a can of Pringles, and I was eating those, like the cheddar Pringles, which is funny because I also craved that when I was pregnant with Jackson. So I think I just wanted crispy, crunchy things. Dang it, I'm really mad at myself that I didn't write down like what the heck I was talking about. Maybe it just wasn't like, I wasn't craving like a specific thing. I just wanted like crispy things. I don't know. I do know that we went to B-dubs like a lot at one point. Or no, we didn't go to B-dubs. I was craving B-dubs. Like I wanted B-dubs so bad, but like we just never had the opportunity to go. But I remember texting Max and being like, oh my god, I want to go to B-dubs so bad. And I think it was because I wanted like the fried food, like crispy chicken tenders or like wings or something. Like I think I do remember that though. I don't know if it was 17 weeks, but I remember like craving B-dubs so bad. So that is it for my 16 and 17 week symptoms and cravings. I will show you guys pictures now while I'm talking, because I unfortunately, like I said, am 21 weeks now, so I can't do a belly shot, but I will, like I said, I'm showing you guys pictures right now because I do want to keep you guys updated with what my belly looked like. I also want to keep myself updated when I watch these videos back, because I actually love watching my old pregnancy updates when I was pregnant with Jackson at the same time, because like now I'm doing 16 to 17 weeks, and 16 weeks was my first pregnancy update that I ever filmed with Jackson. So I love going back and watching those. So like I said, I also want to like remember these for the future if we do have more kids. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you guys so much. I just posted that announcement video today, like I was saying. You have shown me so much love, and I'm so happy everybody is as happy as we are. We will also be filming a Q&A based off of our pregnancy announcement, just because I know there's going to be questions. There already has been questions. You guys have been asking in the comments and everything, so I'm going to be saving those and filming a video. So if I don't get back to you with your question, that is why, because we're saving them, and we're going to film a Q&A so that we can get all the questions out there, so we don't get questions in the comments on Twitter, on Instagram, stuff like that. So enough talking, I'm out of breath and I want to watch my show. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, leave me any comments, questions you may have, because we love hearing from you. Okay, I need to stop doing that. I really hate that. I always say that I hate that, and then I continue to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.